friends and gamers, welcome to the Fortress. Today we're looking at the American turn and the KMT turn for 2.6. So, as many of you know, America did not involve themselves too much at the beginning of World War II, and it wasn't until later on that they really began to do more than pull their weight and actually really carry the whole war effort as far as I'm concerned. And especially afterwards too, they basically rebuilt Europe with the Marshall Plan. So, at the start of this game, there's not going to be too much action for the Americans, and so we will just go with what it is, but it'll be a very quick video. So let's dive right in. Okay, so the Americans have 4 research checks to do. So in my previous video, I rolled 5 dice. Well, that was a mistake. I think I was too lazy to walk around the map to the Pacific side. I thought they had a major factory there. Turns out they only have 4 major factories, so I'm gonna only roll 4 dice this turn. The other ones have graciously let me keep 1 tech roll, and we will go from that. Instead of redoing the whole video to see which one was the dice that I missed, we're just going to assume that one of the ones I rolled that was a miss is the one I took off the board. So that's what we'll do with our 12 bucks, is we're going to bank that, and at the end of the turn we'll collect another 7 bucks, and that will give us a nice little load of money to put somewhere else. The only time I would actually keep that money is if I'm trying to psychologically do some warfare against my opponent, by throwing a few extra transports down into a sea zone so that you think, they're going to push in one direction or another. But I think right now the best course of action right now is to save that money. Okay, time to roll for these dice. So this will be advanced artillery, 4. Long range aircraft, 4. Wartime economy, 4. Wow, 3 4s in a row. And improved shipyards, 6. So I failed on all 4 of those rolls. Okay, so that is that. American scientists are not up to snuff right now. We need Einstein back in America or something like that. Okay, so as for my wartime moves, or my non-combat moves that we'll have on the map, it's going to be fairly basic. So all we're going to be doing is just this medium bomber comes from this position in Washington to New York. And that's only so that my opponents kind of know the difference between turn to turn, what I all did, and just kind of keep things in motion. The KMT Chinese are next, so we have 6 bucks to spend with them, so we're purchasing 3 militia. I'm going to carry this all across to the map. So China's going to be a little bit more action this turn. We'll be doing our first combat. So China is in an interesting position, and there is a reason for what they're going to be doing now. It may seem to be contrary to our previous actions, but I can go over that in a strategy video later on. We're going to be doing an attack from Nanking into Shantung, and the units we're going in there with is 2 infantry against 1 cavalry. So the 2 infantry are rolling at 2s, and the cavalry is rolling a defensive 2. So now instead of carrying everything across to a battle map, into that battle board, as they call it. So I'm going just to simply place the battle board here in the Pacific, and then we will just battle it out right here. So I'm going to zoom out the camera, and then we can see the whole picture. So all of them are going to be rolling at 2s, so it's just essentially a dice off to see what gets what. So here's 2 infantry at 2, miss, and 1 cavalry at 2. And this could be a long fight. 2 infantry at 2. With round 2, there's 1 hit, and here's round 2, cavalry, and 1 hit as well. So that wasn't as long as I expected it to be. So that means there's 1 hit on each side, and that means I take off 1 infantry. Oops. I take off 1 infantry, and I recapture this territory. 1 infantry, 1 cavalry removed, and Shantung belongs to this KMT once again. In the place unit phase, I placed 3 militia in Nanking. And so in Nanking, we have 3 militia and 4 infantry. In Hunan, we have 5 infantry. In Shantung, we have 1 infantry and 2 militia in Kwaichao. So that's all we have. So China collects 6 IPPs of income, and America collects 7, which brings their total up to 19, and the KMT has 6 in the bank. That's it for the KMT turn. Check out on the next channel is 3.1 on Panzer King's channel. Cheers all!